Hello and welcome to the Ariman Show. As always, I'm your host Ariman Upasni, and I'm back after quite a break, but in time for the Champions Trophy, the much-awaited tournament that I think all of us had been waiting for. We had not seen an ODI tournament in almost 2 years, and now we're seeing it in Dubai and Pakistan. And of course, this is a memorable tournament because the majority of this tournament is going to be held in Pakistan after almost 40 years or something that they're hosting an ICC tournament. And it is a big deal for them, especially after the incidents that happened, be it with the Sri Lankan team or with any other teams. This is a huge step towards normalizing international cricket in Pakistan. We had a tri series, we had England go there, we had Australia go there, and obviously, if we were waiting to know how it would go. Would India go to Pakistan? But eventually, as we know, they said no. And that is why a few games are shifted to Dubai. And that is why I am here to review Team India's games in the Champions Trophy that are happening in Dubai. And yesterday was the first Team India game that was against Bangladesh. And I have a lot to talk about that. So let's not waste any more time over here and let's head straight for the intro. All right. So India's first game in the Champions Trophy, it was going to be important. Ultimately, every single game that every single team plays in this tournament is important because it is kind of a knockout. You lose one game and suddenly the next game the pressure's all on you. So the pressure was on Team India to get this victory through. Bangladesh had come to Dubai, with a very strong moral, and they had a very clear mission. We need to win against India. We need to beat Pakistan. We need to beat Bangladesh. We need to win the Champions Trophy. And they had come with a very strong resolve. And it certainly made the game very interesting because Bangladesh won the toss, of course, chose to bat. And surprisingly, we did not see Arshdeep Singh being picked up in the 11. Uh, Now, I don't know why, but in the end, it did work out well. I mean, I would have loved to see Arshdeep bowl the first ball with the new ball. But as it turned out, it was Shami and Harshit Rana's turn. Harshit Rana, by the way, making a very quick, journey from being the IPL champion to playing in the Champions Trophy. So that journey was, really small, and he did that in very small time, but he absolutely deserves it. And we saw that yesterday. We saw that performance, which is essentially the reason why he's in the team. Shami, he played a couple of T20s. I think he played an ODI against England. There were questions about his fitness, but none anymore. He comes back and he comes back in style with 5 wickets. Right. Bangladesh winning the toss, batting first, and all hell breaks loose in Dubai. Shami grabs up 2 wickets. Harshit Rana picks up 1 wicket. Akshar Patel takes 2 wickets, and everything. All this happens while Bangladesh are just 35 runs or something. And we had 2 wickets in 2 consecutive overs. The first wicket by Mohammad Shami in the very first over, and then the second wicket, I think it was of Shanto in the second over from Harshit Rana. And from there, we did see almost a 20-run partnership that they were doing. It looked like Bangladesh was steady, but Mohammad Shami coming back, picking another beautiful wicket, and then it was all over to Akshar Patel, who took 2 wickets and was on a hat trick. And unfortunately, while Rohit Sharma did drop that and Akshar Patel missed it, it was clearly a very good start to his ICC Champions Trophy. Imagine getting a hat trick in your very first match. That would have been absolutely brilliant. But let's talk about India's weaknesses in this game first. I think India's biggest weakness in this game, there were two. One was their fielding, and second was letting that 150 run partnership, being built by Bangladesh. And well, that partnership was actually built because of India's horrendous fielding. Like I said, one Akshar Patel's hat trick ball dropped by Rohit Sharma. Then we had another chance when Bangladesh were around 75, 76. They were playing slowly, they were playing defensively, they were trying to save their wicket, and it was going all well until Hardik Pandya missed a catch. And then there was a missed stumping chance from KL Rahul off Ravindra Jadeja. So these were a few chances here and there that India did miss out in the field. And while I understand these things happen, a couple of catches, at least because we have huge standards, because of the recent performances of the Indian cricket team, and because of their reputation in fielding, obviously my expectations were a little bit high. And according to me, those catches should have been taken. But other than that, I really did not see any weakness as such. The only thing was India could not pick up wickets, and ultimately there was a 150 run partnership. While the bowlers did create the chances, fielders did not take them, and that is, I think, the only criticism I can have for Team India. Moving on to India's batting, they batted really well. You could see Rohit Sharma, continue playing where he had left off in that ODI World Cup in 2023. Comes in, starts hitting the ball. Obviously, he misses a few first of all, but then once he gets the hang of it, he starts shooting the ball all over the ground. And accompanying him, Shubman Gill does a brilliant job. Starts off slowly, takes his time on the ground while Rohit Sharma makes a presence for himself, and then slowly and slowly he goes for those fours and sixes. Especially the most remarkable shot for me from Shubman Gill, definitely that pull shot that he played during that first power play. And even Rohit Sharma was seemingly very impressed by that shot. And why would not he? The ball went, I think, to the second tier of the ground, of the stands. So amazing shot. And he did play the role of an anchor very well. The way he started and he played all the way to the end, it was exquisite. Really, I do not have words to describe that knock. It was amazing. The only off thing I could see in India's batting was Virat Kohli. He really did not see very confident when he came onto the pitch, and I had a very good observation, with which I kind of agree, that Virat Kohli usually, when he comes to play, he goes for runs and he focuses on scoring runs. But yesterday it looked like Virat Kohli was a bit unsure and he was hoping to middle the ball. Maybe that is probably because of his bad form in Test cricket, that he was hoping to, middle the ball, not edge the ball. And so he was playing a bit cautiously. And that is also why he had a strike rate of around 60. So yeah, he did seem a bit off, but it's Virat Kohli. At the end of the day, you give him some time, and I assure you, probably in the next couple of games, or maybe even the next game, he will play a very good knock. And then just seeing Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul play, it just felt like India were just, continuing their form from that 2023 World Cup. Everything was just smooth. Another observation I do have is that India brought Akshar up at number 5. I have no qualms against it, but I really, really believe that Akshar Patel at number 6 would be a much better uh, player than at number 5, because essentially, one is that KL Rahul, he is a very versatile player. He can play at any spot that you give him. But it was those last couple of years, he's really been a very good number 5 player. A player who can defend and accelerate whenever the situation demands in just a second. So he is a very good number 5 player, and that is why I feel he should be at number 5. Whereas Akshar Patel, while he can defend well, while he can play cricket slowly, I perceive him to be more of a slogger. I perceive him to be a player who can come slog, change the game. And that is why probably I'll put Akshar Patel down at number 6. For the very same reason you put Hardik Pandya down at number 7. You need some batting depth, and Akshar Patel gives us right that. And I mean, other than a lefty righty combination at number 4, number 5, I really don't see any reason to bring Akshar Patel up at number 5. So I feel KL Rahul at number 5, Akshar Patel at number 6 would be a very good thing to do. And then Hardik Pandya at 7, Jaddu at 8. And your batting lineups are very impressive, from 1st till 8th, even 9th, if you consider Harshit Rana, who has shown he can bat. He hasn't batted a lot for India. He hasn't scored a lot of runs for India, but he can do if the opportunity does come to him. And we've seen that happen in domestic cricket. So batting wise, India top notch. We could see players picking up right where they left off. Bowling, again, very good. Fielding in this game, not so good, but again, it happens sometimes. I understand that, you understand that, and well, we both know India will toughen up, especially for the next game against Pakistan, where you need to be very good in batting, bowling, and fielding. You cannot, slip in any of those 3 departments, and India will work hard to make sure that they do not slip up, especially in that game, because if they lose that, then their game against New Zealand becomes a knockout game, kind of almost a quarter-final. So India don't want to be in that situation, and they would, of course, win against Pakistan. One, because they don't want to make their game against New Zealand a quarter-final, but also because it's simply Pakistan, and you have to defeat Pakistan whenever you're playing Pakistan. And Pakistan, especially after that massive fumble against New Zealand, they look like a team that can be beaten easily. But again, this is cricket. Surprises happen here every day, and Pakistan can very well upset India if we underestimate them. So that is kind of what my review was for Team India and for the game last night. As for Bangladesh, they came in with a mission, very clear mission. So kudos to them for that. They came in with a very clear vision, what they want to do. They slipped up, they lost a lot of wickets at the very beginning. That is never helpful. And in spite of that 150-run partnership, they could not control the game because India's batting lineup was just so damn good. That is my review of India versus Bangladesh, India's first game in the Champions Trophy. I'll be reviewing every Team India game in the Champions Trophy, and I'll be seeing you again on the 24th of February, right after India's game with Pakistan. Till then, stay happy, stay safe. See you. Bye.